Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go?
Thank you very much. We'll get started. Thanks for joining us today on Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today we're with Anna Rosburg, Alerus Center, Grand Forks, North Dakota. How are you, Anna?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So tell us a little bit about you, Anna. Where'd you grow up and how did you get started?
Sure. I grew up in Elk River, Minnesota. It's about 35 minutes northwest of the Twin Cities. I ended up going to college in Denver. I got into live events there. And then I worked for several years in Casper, Wyoming, and then moved to Grand Forks, North Dakota about 5 years ago. So I'm doing the tour of cold states.
What college did you go to in Denver?
It was a private school called Johnson & Wales University.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Very good. So how long have you been here in Grand Forks?
Just over 5 years.
Okay. All right. And tell us a little bit about the Alerus Center. What do you guys host? What kind of events?
Yeah, the Alerus Center is actually a complex. So we have a stadium and convention center all under one roof.
Okay.
We do concerts up to 22,000 and banquets up to 1,000. Typically, we're doing those things at the same time. We're also the home of University of North Dakota football.
Okay.
So it's very common to have 12,000 football fans out there, and we'll be doing 2 weddings at the same time.
Wow.
So we're a very busy building. We do about 400 to 450 events every year.
Okay. And for those of us who are not familiar with North Dakota, where in the state are you?
Yes. And we do have cars. For the people that aren't familiar with North Dakota, we don't actually ride our horses to work generally.
Though, right?
Snowmobiles, that is definitely a thing. We are about north of Fargo, or right on the Minnesota North Dakota border. So we're in eastern North Dakota, and we're about 2 hours south of Winnipeg. So we're at the top of the state, right on the border. Grand Forks is on one side of the river, and then East Grand Forks, Minnesota is on the other side of the river.
Very good. Very good. So what degree did you go to school for that helped you get this position?
I actually double majored in advertising and marketing communications and entrepreneurship, and really just the events bug. I did an internship. I've always been involved in different activities and clubs and organizations growing up, and I was always really the event planner. And I didn't really think that's what I wanted to do, but I did an internship with a professional lacrosse team where the Broncos play. I think it's in Power Arena. It's changed names so many times. But the event bug really just bit me, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Very good. Very good. Tell us about live music in North Dakota. What is the impact there for you guys?
Oh, I think it's huge. Our marketing director just did a post yesterday on our Facebook page of the recent alumni that we've had from an artist standpoint, and some of the up and comers that we have coming up. We have 8 ACM nominated artists that we've just had here. It's huge from an economic impact standpoint. Millions and millions of dollars into our local economy every year. The building is city owned. It's privately managed. The company that I work for, Oakview Group. But just the amount of economic impact that we bring to our region is incredible. And then certainly the quality of life aspect as well. You know, it's pretty cold in North Dakota, and so it's nice to give people something to do outside of the few days that we have in summer where it's nice that people are all at the lake.
What does a heating bill for 1 month at the Alerus Center look like? And that's it. So we've played some shows in far North Dakota, Minnesota, and it's a whole nother level of cold. Like you can barely breathe. It's how cold it is, you know? And to heat a building just is unfathomable to me. It's crazy. It's crazy. So for you personally, what is it about bringing people together that energizes you?
There's no other feeling like it in the world. I mean, we stood out there last year. We had Luke Combs for just over 22,000 people. We did Eric the very next day we did a football game, so we were all here 42 hours straight, cleaning toilets and rocking and rolling. And so I think just the energy in the room, there's nothing like it to be part of that, putting on a good experience for the artists, and then just when the lights go dark and the crowd is just ready before that first note is played, there's no other feeling like it. So. I think I'm kind of an arena nerd. I love that. I love to know about the systems of the building and what shows they do and how many people they can fit. And it's just a pretty special industry to be in.
Where did that start? What age did that start for you when you kind of got that bug of, hey, this is what I want to do with my life?
I would say probably when I was in college and I was doing my internship for the Denver lacrosse team, Denver Outlaws. But even before that, I mean, I joke that I've been slinging hot dogs my whole life. When I was a little kid, I used to like steal my mom's. We had Go-Gurts and pop and chips, and I would take all of that and I would like hoof it down to the park and I'd set up a concession stand. So I'm like, I've been in the hot dog business a long time.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I think I've just always kind of been drawn to events and gathering and just the human connection.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Okay, a couple of fun questions. You've seen a lot of shows, not just the ones that you've hosted in your building, but what's your all-time favorite concert?
I would say favorite concert I've ever been to was Garth Brooks at the Pepsi Center, which is now something else.
Right.
So that's a bucket list for me for sure. If I could ever host a Garth show, that would be incredible. And then it's really a toss-up on shows that I've hosted. I've been fortunate enough to did Elton John and Casper. That was pretty remarkable. Did Metallica here in 2018. That was pretty incredible. Luke Combs, Eric Church, Morgan Wallen, all of those are really kind of top for me. So it's those massive crowds that you just momentum and energy is really cool.
All right. So dead or alive, you could bring one act to the Alerus Center. Who would you bring?
Oh, Garth, of course. Let's get it out there.
I think that you've got a good shot at that, right? Because 22,000, that's larger than most of your arenas across the nation. Most run in that mid-size 12 to 15, and you're a little on the bigger side of that. So you're going to be right there with Denver in Kansas City. And I think you got a shot at that.
Yeah, we're going to keep working it. I'll never give up.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why he wouldn't come there. It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's also centralized in the middle of nowhere, so that makes perfect sense. Anna, how do people find out more about the Alerus Center and all the programs and the information that you guys offer?
Yeah, our website, aleruscenter.com. Alerus is spelled ALERUS. And our social media, our marketing director is hilarious. So a lot of people just come for the comments and some of the things that's out there. So I would say check us out on Facebook or Instagram as well.
Fantastic. Anna, I know you're busy, and thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it greatly.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine.